My friends, I'm sure you've heard the phrase that you are not your thoughts. And I wanted to take the time to elaborate on that premise and kind of give you a practice that will help you understand that you are not your thoughts, you are not you are not this person that you believe you are, or why all of the Eastern philosophies are true. You see, this idea that you are not your thoughts stems from the over-identification most of us have with our mind, with our thinking capacity. The way I like to frame it to my clients is the only two things you ever really have in this world are your mind and your body. Okay? But you exist as a separate entity from these two things. We must think of the mind and the body like tools, like instruments. Like if you had an app on your phone, one labeled mind, one labeled body. And you can use the mind because it has a thinking function, and you can use the body because it has a feeling function. That's the best way I like to, like I said, frame it to some of my clients. And you might think that's strange. You might think to yourself, Joseph, what do you mean? I am my thoughts. I am what I think because I say what I think, and then I begin to base all of what I know on my thoughts. That voice inside my head, it's me. It's Joseph. It's whoever. Insert your name. And you're wrong. Sadly, and I don't mean that to say that from a kind of ivory tower position, but more from a position where you can experience so much joy and freedom for realizing that you are not your thoughts, you are not that voice inside your head, because that voice can be rather erratic at sometimes. It can get us into trouble. It is not always congruent with who we want to be as a person. You might find yourself thinking terrible thoughts at a time, and you might condemn them inside your mind, and you might think to yourself, where did that come from? Why did I think that? Why did I wish that on that person? And I want to give you that comfort that you are not them. And the practice, as the title of the video so describes, is meditation. Now, meditation is funny because I believe it's one of these practices that a lot of people like to say they do, but they actually have no idea. They have no habituation of practicing that activity daily. And it's something you will have to practice daily if you are to experience the truth of what I am saying. Meditation is presence. It's coming to know that the moment in front of you is the only one that you have. And in that truth, you will understand that you are the creator, that you hold the pen to write your own script, that you can manifest anything you so desire because you have the freedom that is given to you in this moment. And now, without getting again too esoteric and away from the point, coming back to the title of this video, that you are not your thoughts, you will come to realize when you take some time out of your day. I recommend 5 minutes to start off with, but to really get the benefits, you want to be in stillness for at least 20 minutes every single day. That's 20 minutes of undisturbed silence, you just being present with your breath. And even that will fade to the background once you get better at this tool. When you begin to sit in silence, you will experience the internal dialogue, the internal chatter of your mind. It's a I framed it as being a technology, but like a computer or a phone. It's going to be constantly notification here, message there, request here. What about that bill? What about this person you need to call? What about that meeting in the morning? What about the dinner you need to organize? And what you're going to realize in those moments of stillness is that none of those things really matter right now. in this moment in front of you, where you're just breathing, where you're just sitting and you're just being aware of the temperature of your skin, to the beating of your own heart, to the sounds of cars passing outside your window, to the vibrations inside your very body. And that's all that matters in this moment. And the exercise consists of recognizing when the mind wanders away and it tries to attach itself on external things that are not deep within yourself, that are not relevant to this particular moment. And it's a little game you play with yourself. It's where you recognize the mind as a separate entity from yourself. And you have to keep reminding it and bringing it back to this moment right here in front of you. And the more you do this, because meditation is a skill, it's an exercise, it's something you can get better at. That's what I believe fundamentally people fail to understand, is that your attention is a muscle and you have to keep training it and you have to keep stretching it and strengthening it. And you'll come to a point whereby you realize that you are not the thinker. What do I mean by that? I mean that you see your thoughts as a product of your mind, but that you exist as a separate being from your mind, that you are behind the mind itself, and that you are merely looking at your thoughts. Your thoughts are appearing here. You're just watching your thoughts appear, and they try to take you away, and you focus on them, and they take up all your attention, and then you realize, no, I'm not my thoughts, I'm here. I'm this moment in front of you. I am the culmination of the time in front of me, everything, the holistic world, the opportunity, the potential. You are the unlimited potential. You are the creator himself. Try not to get too esoteric, but I can't help but go in this vein. But you will come to realize, many people use meditation for a number of things. Control of your own emotional regulation, which is very, very beneficial. But once you see past the facade, once you see past the facade of the benefits and your the very character, your very ego, the very person who you think you are, you come to a place where you are what is known as the witness. Like I said, you're watching those thoughts, you're witnessing your mind in action. And then you will realize that the truth is that you are not your mind and you're not even your body, but you are greater than those very things. And you have those tools available to you, but you're not attached to them. You're behind them. You're grander than the whole scheme of things. It's something, I hope I'm making sense, my friends, because it's something it's so profound when you experience it, but me telling you, me having an understanding of it, me communicating words to you takes you further away from the truth. It's like trying to explain a feeling like love or happiness. How do you describe happiness or love? You can't describe it, because if you try to describe happiness or love, it just takes you, it's a lie in a way. It takes you away from the glory of what it is. And this is something I want to share with you, because so many people suffer needlessly because they're attached to their own mind, they're attached to their own thoughts, and they believe that they are the manifestation of this tool, which is the mind. We live in a society which is all predicated on knowledge and understanding and logic and science, and we're very mind heavy. We're very logical, but we're not intuitive. I mean, meditation isn't supposed to be logical. It's not something you can measure. It's something you just experience for yourself. I think I'll end the video there, my friends. If I'm going to leave you some actions to conclude this video, it would be to start tapping into that practice. You know, don't be one of these people that says, you know, that they meditate or that they practice. I hear a lot of things about monk mode, where people are going on dopamine fasts and trying to push away the stimulation of the outer world. And these are all good things, but if you're not grounding this knowledge in practice, in embedding the practice into your routine, then you're a talking head. And I hate talking heads. They're all talk, but they're no action. You don't want to be one of these people, because the experiences that meditating on a daily basis lends to you is that perspective. It's that witnessing. It's like you're looking at a painting here, and you're coming further and further away, and you can see the whole picture as you exercise your focus, and then you start to smile to yourself and say, I get it now. I see the bigger picture. I'm not my mind. I'm not what I see here, but I'm and then you start to note when your mind is taking you away from presence, and you start to say, there's anger. There's sadness. Oh, that was a bit of jealousy there. And you can start having that detachment from not only your thoughts, but then again your feelings, and see them as just a manifestation of these tools you have, the mind and the body. And you just laugh, and you just say, wow, I get it. That was me thinking about being anxious, or that was me thinking about stress. And then you realize that this is the moment, right here. This is everything that all exists, and I can't be taken away from it, because I am the creator. I hold the pen, and I write what I wish to see manifested in front of me. Okay, my friends, I've been rambling a bit too much. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please take some value away from it. Share it with a friend. Share it with someone that struggles with their ego, their character, who they think they are, and just tell them, hey, you're just the moment manifesting itself in front of you. And if you subscribe to that, my friends, subscribe to me. You're in good company here. And as always, to your good health.